Christina and Katie have their own special language in the new Netflix film His Three Daughters. The outstanding albeit small cast of His Three Daughters is led by Carrie Coon's domineering Katie, Elizabeth Olsen's eccentric Christina, and Natasha Lyonne's rugged and down-to-earth Rachel. His Three Daughters was released on Netflix on September 20, 2024 following a 2-week theatrical run in select theaters. The film, written and directed by Azazel Jacobs, The Lovers, French Exit, originally premiered at the Toronto Film Festival on September 9, 2023. His Three Daughters debuted with a near-perfect 99% Rotten Tomatoes score upon its Netflix release, a score that has slightly dropped to a very impressive 97%. As of the time of writing, His Three Daughters is the fourth most popular movie on Netflix at the end of its opening weekend on the streaming platform. By the end of His Three Daughters, it's established that Katie and Christina have shared more history together than they have with their sister, Rachel, who is not biologically related to them. Their father, Vincent, took Rachel under his wing after her mother passed, which leaves Katie and Christina with more of a collective backstory. Christina and Katie randomly talk in gibberish while talking about Rachel. They also speak in their secret language when Vincent's DNR doctor arrives. Carrie Coon and Elizabeth Olsen look at something off-camera while sitting at the kitchen table in His Three Daughters. Christina and Katie speak in gibberish during two crucial moments in His Three Daughters, which initially comes as a random surprise in the context of the film. The first time they talk to each other in an imaginary language is when they are discussing inviting Rachel to come out of her room and join them for dinner. Without missing a beat, they each exchange a sentence in a nonsensical language, and yet, rather bizarrely, seem to understand each other completely. They also do it when the doctor arrives with Vincent's DNR form of Christina and Katie are humorously deadpan when delivering their gibberish sentences. Jacobs explained the meaning of the language, likening it to Pig Latin. It was something I'd seen with siblings before but not something I ever had. I wrote it out phonetically and I remember getting a call from both Lizzie and Carrie saying, "So how is this actually said?" I only wrote. I didn't know how it was said. I let them know, I just wrote it, and I hope you'll figure it out, and they did. And by the time they showed up, they could both do it very quickly. Taking in gibberish is an inside joke between Christina and Katie. Jacobs used the gibberish to authenticate Christina and Katie's longevity as sisters. In short, the gibberish spoken between Katie and Christina is not supposed to make sense to the audience, or even to the characters. It's unlikely that they actually made up their own language as kids using nonsensical phonetic sounds. Rather, the language is included in the film with the implication that it's likely something they've done their whole lives as sisters and something they find comfort and enjoyment in as their little inside joke. Jacobs used the gibberish language to authenticate Christina and Katie's longevity as sisters, in contrast to their more distant relationship with Rachel, who never speaks the language in His Three Daughters.